Okay, trying to tap into this just for a smidge. It says there's a way how to, I did some research, and it says there's a way how to improve your economy, or how to better develop it, is by improving standards of living, which are made possible when labor is more productive. So for that to happen, I think you need to inject more education, teaching, having the labor, the workforce taking classes maybe once a year in their retrospective field: plumbing, electrical, AC, construction, technology, banking, whichever field they're in. They need to at least try to figure out ways on how to educate, improve themselves. Productivity is driven by specialization, technology, innovation, and working capital. The only sustainable way for an economy to grow is through increased productivity. I guess this is real possible due to the fact that they're doing repairs on the Hawksworth Bridge. So that's part of economic growth. So I also found out for economic growth and how it's driven by consumer spending. I don't think they were allowing me to record what I wanted to record just now, so that's why I am capturing this building. Because part of that is like renovating office and improving infrastructure, which is government buildings and stuff like that. As the population grows, you also have to improve the buildings to accommodate for the growth, which is people growth. So it's driven by consumer spending and business investment. So if someone owns a company, they have to maybe expand, open another branch, manage their produce and see where they can increase. This one is based on the government, which would be they have to start looking at ways on how to do tax cut plus rebates and use the money to return it back to consumer to boost the economy by consumption. Deregulation, to relax rules imposed on businesses that are promoting growth and hiring employees and increasing their productivity. So for example, the facelift of the Hawksworth Bridge and doing preservation of it, repairs. That's a form of like injecting back cash into the economy via labor and repair. So look where the rain that's been happening here during rainy season, the wet season, definitely impact the place. And the river looked like it raised a smidge as well. So one way for growth that is driven is the advancement of technology, productivity, and population growth. The accumulation of capital is also driven, and it allows the central bank to become wealthier in a country, and as the central bank becomes wealthier, profit from trade can be injected back into the economy to help sustain growth. Tourism as well. I can hear the toucan across the way going off. But due to the fact that there's cars and stuff moving in my voice, you might not be able to pick it up. So that is Coaxana right there. For those that are traveling and new to the twin town of San Ignacio and Santa Elena, that's the Hartsort Bridge right there. It's under construction, so it's going to be closed for a duration of 6 months. So more than likely they're about 2 to 3 months into that project. So you can use this street right here to drive back here and get parking. You can park at the library section as well, but it's a $2 fee. You got this park and the police station as a landmark. You can use Atlantic Bank as a landmark as well. I don't really know the names of the street, and trying to get the names is not going to be easy. So advancement in technology that helps to bolster and build the economy. This is an office right here where they hire employees based on technology. So what I can do is try to find out the names of the street and the park, and if I get it, you can check the description. I might be able to put it in the description, and if I don't say it in the video live. This is a one-way street. There are several places that you can park if you're trying to make it to Coaxana. So you can park in the area that I'm standing at currently. So things are happening in Santa Elena. Greatly appreciated and much needed. So for an economy to develop and grow, the region have to typically take a little thing like, okay, the nation or the country have to basically take a little break, look at regions that typically have an abundance of wealth via resources and the availability of its residents and citizens, the availability of its citizens and residents tends to demonstrate better results. So for it to grow, so basically what it's saying is like, okay, for example, in Cayo district, back in the day used to be a cattle place where you had cattle was being mass produced, citrus as well, extraction of timber, tourism. I know piggery was pretty huge as well. It's still large, but I think it has diminished. Sports and education. When I say sports, I mean by you can have physical therapists, sports doctors, nutritionists, doctors that specialize in specific types of sports injuries, rehab. These trees right here, I think 3 of them are cedar. I'm not so sure what the white one in the middle is at. In the middle, what type that is. But that's a cedar. This one right there on the outer edge is a cedar. The other one beyond it as well is a cedar. And then several of those over there are figs. For example, this one right here is a fig. So a developed economy tends to demonstrate a better results on measured index, which are ways to measure economic and non-economic factors of a country. So when the guys do stuff like this, it's up to citizens and guys who are artistic like this to find clever ways on how to sell themselves to create opportunity. So for example, up north, they're known for plantations, sugarcane plantations, production of sugar, molasses. So now there's another economy that can be tapped in, where you can take the sugarcane waste and make paper plates and paper cups and possibly straws and I think something that I forgot the name, it's on the tip of my tongue, the name that when you coasters, there you go, that can be made from the sugarcane waste. I do believe that this waste can also be used to see if they can extract other things from it to do biofuel. The southern part of Belize is known for citrus. You can do perfume. You can also use that same product to see if you can get biofuel from it. I do believe this is a berry tree. You can make berry wine as well, jelly, but you gotta start planting the trees. It says to sustain growth, you gotta tap into clean energy. I just stated biofuel, making biodegradable products. I do know that there's a way to make paper plates using items from the coconut palm. You can also use some of the fabric from the coconut palm to be a starter, a fire starter or a fuel starter to get fires going. I know Belize extract and export crude oil. So that's another way to sustain your economy, is the natural resources. They claim that we also have gold that can add to it. Managing products that are being confiscated, like when timber is being logged illegally, instead of destroying it, finding better ways to use it to build the economy and create jobs. Applying advanced technology that is based on sustainable and recycling of waste. Advanced technology methods for sustainable and recycling waste. Inject that into your economy. Create opportunity. So a society can use its culture, values, education, technology, history, social organization, political structure, legal system, and natural resources. Technological evolution as well. So an economy is a complex system of interrelated production, consumption, exchange, activities which ultimately determines how resources are being allocated amongst participants who are creating and making things happen. The economy consists of consumers who buy produce products, service. Okay. Economy consists of those who buy products, provide service, who employ, and those who make goods. So the government's role is to recognize various levels with both production and those who consume, purchase, buy, and assist as best as they can. The government also is responsible to purchase and buy products, employ labor, and levy taxes. Assist with producing products that the nation can export and the stuff that it imports. Balance the two and maximize profit. That's a form of building the economy right there, along with using influential people who help give birth and help the country grow, sustain life. Oops. Why didn't it just put real concrete instead of cinder blocks for a column? So that little mistake right there is a way to show, okay, you made a mistake. Now when they repatch it and replace that section, pour a column, take the cinder blocks, recycle the same poles and use it maybe in the same area or put it somewhere else. Recycle and reuse the material that you considered unusable. How my mind works is kind of like difficult, because the deck that they're putting there in San Ignacio, I can't comprehend why they didn't raise it to where they can utilize the under part of it for La Ruta Maya and other river functions like River Regatta. That truck is extracting human excrement out of a septic tank. That's another form of recycling. They can use that to make gas. They can also use it to make fertilizer for flower beds. I think they said it's methane that you get from human waste. Might have to do some research and then correct it and put it in the description. But yeah, it can be used to make fertilizer, as in potting soil for your garden. Some people might even be comfortable to use it in other parts of their property, grow trees and stuff like that. Okay, it also says for it to sustain its economy is to help grow the economy by making sure lowering unemployment, creating jobs to lower unemployment, which would allow steady growth, inflation, and increase in new home construction. So we gotta find ways on how to create jobs by building homes, factories. Find ways on how to inject optimism to bolster and increase consumer confidence, measure index and increase gross domestic product. It's a lumber yard, so that's a part of it right there. Architecture, form and construction. Cabinets over there. I'm not in the mood to make noise to see if this is a working woodwork shop or furniture shop. I guess if anyone is interested, they gotta come and figure it out for themselves. There's the citrus factory over there as well. We can tap into looking at making plantain and banana flour using the stock from the banana to make curtains, floor mats, hair products, or false hair, or whatever it's called, wigs, rope as well. Possibly bags and stuff that you can use to make it, utilize it by applying it with other products. Coconut, you have the cacti fiber, hemp. Let me reiterate and correct myself, it's not a woodwork shop, it's a part of that. Gentleman that used to own this used to extract timber back in the day. He used to have a woodwork shop, but he gave up on it. Oh, the little gentleman, the young man says that the gentleman still does work. So if you're interested in hiring him, he do create and do produce great stuff. I've used him before. This used to be tourist bread factory. No way that went down so fast, man. I came this way because I knew they had some materials back there that could be used to recycle. It's a dud. This is St. Andrew's Anglican School.